He's probably like, magic!
Yeah! Yay! Magic is real! I'm a cup now, how cool!
I mean, I don't know what I would have done if, I was a normal child and my sister was a fucking cup!
Hey everybody, welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. That's right, we are breaking the ice with a sledgehammer!
Kaboom!
My name is Amy Fess. I am the oldest Fess and the Fess who looks the most like a burger right now.
What?
Yeah.
My name's Marissa Fess. I don't resemble food.
Fair.
My name's Ina Fess, and I'm just straight up a snack.
Oh.
That was clever.
Thanks.
I want to point out that I look like a burger because I did reach into my oven moments ago because I don't like my toaster, so I toast bread in my oven. And I reached in there to pull out the bread, but it had fallen between the oven little grate things. So I had to pick it up off the bottom of the oven and went in at the complete wrong angle and burned myself in 3 lines that look like burger grill marks. So that's why I look like a burger today. It's real uggo.
Everything about that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Amy, do you know what an oven mitt is?
I used an oven mitt. I'm telling you, it's higher than the oven mitt goes. It's on my arm. Because it was in, like, the back of the oven somehow.
So you need an oven sleeve.
Yeah, I need a whole oven outfit. I need to be marching up on this oven, like, dressed like a firefighter or some shit, because I can't.
I wonder if they sell oven sleeves.
Honestly, if they do, you gotta remember that for the next thing you can buy me, because...
For some reason, all I can picture is, like, those long cow insemination gloves.
Ew!
I hate this. So, I went to swim with manatees last weekend, and I went with my friend named Kyle German. He, really wanted to be credited, but he doesn't have social media really, so it's Kyle German. He introduced me to a new phrase, and this phrase is fckwithable. And you use fckwithable when it's not great, but it's not awful, but, you could fuck with it. It's fckwithable. You know?
I get it.
And it just seemed like something up our alley to say. I was going to say as a species, because apparently the Fess Girls are an entire species of our own.
We're our own breed.
We are a breed. Our breed of human.
A breed of hamburgers, apparently.
We are a breed of hamburgers, but you guys, we're only a half breed, so only I inherited the hamburger looks. You guys lucked out of that one.
And I know you're just the only one that's gotten grilled.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
We're just raw hamburgers over here.
Come on, get some color on you.
I can't. I would burn.
Yeah, so did I. That's exactly what happened. In 3 straight lines.
You should have made them like hash lines, one in either direction.
Oh, so you're telling me I should go back in there and burn my arm some more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only if you care about fashion.
You know, you say that, and it did make me realize, bitch, I gotta be fashionable. So I am tempted, but unfortunately, my oven is off and would have to preheat, and I'm recording, so maybe...
Ugh.
It's a whole process.
Oh, God. Okay. Amy's not dedicated to fashion. Let's have that on the record.
I'm not dedicated to burger fashion. I'm sorry.
But the Hamburglar is an icon.
You should be sorry.
Okay, fine. I will compromise. I will squirt ketchup and mustard on myself and lather myself in pickles.
Can you sprinkle some bacon bits in your hair?
No, it's full bacon pieces, you dumbo. I gotta have full bacon clip-in hair extensions.
Ah, a bacon weave.
A bacon weave.
Oven sleeves exist. I've Googled it.
They do have oven sleeves. I need one. How ugly are they?
They look like an oven mitt, but longer. So
Hideous, okay.
Absolutely ugly.
I do need them.
It's for inseminating
Your oven.
your hamburgers. Not the cows, the hamburgers.
Inseminating your ovens with hamburgers that will eventually grow up to be fesses.
Is that how we were made?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, this really took a turn.
No, that's so weird, though, because then you start thinking about how, the expression, there's a bun in the oven. But for us, we were the burger in the oven. They didn't cook no buns.
They don't cook no buns. They don't cook no buns.
Well, they certainly gave us all some buns.
Hey. That's why we look like burgers.
Yeah, burgers have buns.
You ain't look like a burger if you got no buns, hun. That's not how that song goes at all, but it's fine.
And that's exactly how that song goes.
It is now. Anyway, I think these questions are fuckwithable, so let's start with question number 1. Our first question of the day has a little bit of backstory. I was at work. I work at a grocery store. I was having a conversation with a customer, and I asked him this question. If you could use one fruit or vegetable to kill a man, what would it be?
A fruit or vegetable?
Yeah, because I was ringing up his beets, and beets are really fucking dense. And I realized in the moment, I was like, you could goddamn kill a man with this thing. It's like a baseball or some shit.
It's also called a beet.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
beat you with these beets.
I'll beat you with these beets.
Catch these beets.
Catch these beets.
So basically, we're talking about that Monty Python skit.
Yeah.
Yes.
How to defend yourself against fresh fruit.
Mangoes
Yes.
in syrup.
Except I wasn't defending against fresh fruit. I was attacking with fresh fruit or vegetable.
Okay, so it's like...
They are defending against me.
Yes, okay, perfect.
So I do want to say just a little anecdote. This man did end up saying, after I was like, because beets are really dense, he just kind of shouts, so I'd kill someone with a jackfruit. They can be huge. And I was like, what?
A jackfruit?
And he was telling me that apparently jackfruits can be like as tall as a person.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Where are we living, Pandora?
Right? I said, wouldn't that be hard to wield a jackfruit if it was as tall as a person? And he reconsidered and then said, I would throw a watermelon at them to kill them.
Ooh.
He got way too excited about this question. I did point out, watermelon, that's one shot. You throw the watermelon, and if you miss, it will just like kind of burst open on the ground. Because watermelons are dense, but also easily breakable somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those were the things that he had brought to the table. Now I would like to hear what you bring to the table.
Okay, so this is probably not going to kill someone, but like, I feel like an onion is mace.
That could burn.
Like, I could use an onion as pepper spray.
Interesting. Yeah, not a bad idea. This is just self-defense with a fruit, but yes.
Self-defense with a fruit, not defending yourself against a fruit.
Yes.
All right, here we go. I got one. A durian.
Oh, that's the stinky one, right?
It's the big one. It's spiky on the outside, and it smells so bad that almost no one can be around it except the people who've like grown up eating it. And to them, it's like the most delicious thing in the world. And to everyone else, it's absolutely foul. So, I mean, honestly, unless it happens to be someone who eats durian, that'll get them going right away. No one wants to be around someone that smells that bad. I will fight you with stench.
Prince of the land of stench.
I just want to know for the record, I know an onion is not a fruit.
But a fruit or vegetable.
Well, we're just kind of using that terminology now. But durian, or durian, either way.
I don't know.
But the durian fruit, I know I've seen people eat them on videos, and so I know the inside of it is like super, almost like buttery, and it's so easy to pull apart.
Very gooey.
Yeah, but the outside does look tough. So I'm just wondering, is it like coconut sort of a situation where it's like relatively hard? Like, could you...
So I've watched a video of someone opening one.
Okay, yes.
They needed a machete to open it. However, it didn't seem physically hard-shelled like a coconut.
Okay.
But just like, I think like really thick. So I think either way, it's gonna hurt on impact. And then bonus points if you bust it open on their head and now they smell the worst they've ever smelled in their life. And they're gonna just run to the nearest water source to try to scrub that off. And then, you know, problem solved. They've run away.
True. Though the question I think specifically did say kill, so...
Okay, they
Okay.
jump into the nearest water source. It was off a bridge.
Okay, great, love that. You've set this scene up perfect for yourself.
I've accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, caused them. They did the work for me.
They did the self-defenestration.
There you go.
Exactly.
But then did you kill them with the fruit?
Absolutely. I smashed the fruit on them. They kill themselves. Ergo, I caused them to die with the fruit.
Yeah, she could be charged with, I think, second-degree murder.
No, that would be, I think, manslaughter.
No.
No, because it's premeditated.
Right, it's technically still murder. So it's like indirect murder. I don't know the term, but I have been watching Law & Order, and I know there's something she could be charged with, like, actual murder for that, even though it was technically a suicide.
However, I think a lawyer could get me off.
Probably.
A lawyer could get me off any day. Hey, what's up?
It depends on the lawyer.
A lawyer has gone to enough school. If they cannot find the clit at this point, I will be upset.
They've been in school for that long, not out there fucking.
You can't tell me lawyers aren't out there fucking. A lawyer of all people is trained to fuck people. Over.
Yeah, in court.
Hey, fuck me in a courtroom, baby.
You don't want that.
No, not in that way. I meant the sexy way.
I think a pineapple would be a good weapon, because you could, like, use the greens, like, as a handle and just, like, hit them with it like a mace.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could bat that.
I feel like the green part sometimes is so stiff, that could be a stabbing implement.
Yeah, honestly, I think a pineapple, it's not as fragile as a watermelon, so, like, if you throw it, I don't know that it would shatter like that. Like, I think it's a pretty sturdy, pretty barbed, like, I think a pineapple would do it.
I don't like holding a pineapple to put it in a bag at the grocery store. I also think that a butternut squash is pretty dense. Like, you could beat somebody in the head with that.
Yes. I think also we kind of brought it up indirectly before, but coconut is a good option. Especially if you have more than one, you just have like an arsenal just slinging them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, that's definitely a good one.
Are fruits deadlier than vegetables? Because we have not chosen a vegetable.
I think so. Most vegetables are so small.
One thing that would be good vegetable-wise is a cabbage.
No, it's
What?
too...
No. You're thinking iceberg lettuce. I know what you're thinking. Cabbage. As someone who works at a grocery store, whenever it gets to be like March and all the cabbages come in, those things are little bowling balls with no holes in them, and they are dense as fuck. They are heavy. I think they're the ones that, like, you peel off the thing and it stays in that cup shape because it's just that little round dense ball. You could conk somebody with that, and I don't think it would flake off like an iceberg lettuce would, those heads of lettuce.
I think a head of cauliflower or broccoli would be better.
No, those are too soft. Maybe cauliflower, actually. Cauliflower is pretty dense, but the broccoli, too soft.
I don't know. I fully believe that there are more fruits that could be deadly than vegetables.
I think you could really fuck someone up with a cucumber.
Yes.
Or a big ass zucchini.
I was gonna say, in a different vein, you could do some damage if you got one of those full carrots and, like, started going for the eyes.
You could take someone's eye right out, like an icicle, only it's a carrot.
It would be a little more work than an icicle, which would make it all the more gruesome. Bum, bum, bum.
What if instead of smashing somebody with a fruit or vegetable, you smash them into it? Like, what if I smash someone's face so hard it goes into a pumpkin and then they suffocate on the pumpkin guts?
Oh.
This is creative. I appreciate this creative approach.
Yeah, drown them in pumpkin.
Goo. Yeah.
Just in time for Halloween. You know, I would do it around then. It's not time for Halloween now. But I feel like that would be a really fun, spooky time to kill someone with a pumpkin.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? It is currently February.
Yeah. But no one would see it coming right now. That is, you would have the element of surprise on your side.
That's true. But in October, people would be less suspicious of a giant pumpkin.
Where's she gonna get a pumpkin right now?
You could choke someone with the right-sized potato.
Yeah. Potatoes can be pretty dense.
Yes, they can be.
As a projectile, that could be pretty painful.
What if you just, like, akin to a snowball fight, just, like, had a bunch of potatoes and just started chucking?
I think coconuts would be better for that purpose, but I think that would do well. I want to see a potato versus coconut snowball fight, you know?
Yes. I was just thinking, like, imagine the scene from Elf, where Buddy the Elf has all of those fucking snowballs, and he's just, like, throwing them with deadly accuracy so fast, and just imagine they were potatoes instead.
He essentially becomes a machine gun.
That's what I was envisioning when I was talking about coconuts way back. So I'm just saying, that would be like one person has coconuts, one has potatoes. Who will win?
Or we go back to my original thought, the densest of all fucking root vegetables, the beet.
Beat someone with that beet.
Beat them with a beet. Those are their little round things. You could just conk them out.
What if you got like a real small, high force cannon kind of a situation? Like a gun, basically. Like a gun, but instead of bullets, you get frozen peas. I think that could really pierce somebody.
Maybe.
Marissa, what's a really small cannon called? Oh yeah, a gun.
Oh, a gun. When you brought up cannon, I did think of the corn cannons that they have at a lot of, like, places. And that could be a weapon if you did that.
Yeah?
If you get a nice rhythm going, you could beat someone with a beat to a beat.
I like that.
Beat, beat, beat.
Beat me with your beat to the beat.
But what beat would you pick?
Ooh.
It's gotta be lit. It's gotta be fire.
Oh yeah, it would be like that crosswalk one that Billie Eilish uses.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, one of her songs, I think it's called Bad Guy.
Oh, the doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
That one?
That one, the beat, the like hi-hats in it is actually a crosswalk sound from Australia.
Ah. I feel like another great one would be that do 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 do.
Oh, I see. The Darien Lake commercials use
Yes. Do 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 do
it.
do 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 do.
I think those are our best options.
I think that we have come
Wait.
up with a vegetable army. Oh,
Wait,
a last minute.
One more.
Last minute edition, yes.
Last one, very effective because the simple touch of it is painful, as we know from childhood experience. Spicy peppers.
Oh, I didn't even consider a pepper.
You touch someone's skin with it, especially sensitive skin, up in the face, up near the eyes. Ooh, you're going to take them
The
out.
current hottest one, a California Reaper. Just get them with that California Reaper.
You stick that spicy pepper up their nostril, they're in for a bad time.
Honestly, just shove it in their mouth.
Well, yeah.
I did not consider a spicy pepper, but that is deadly in any way, shape, or form.
Right?
Ina, your onion idea is right out because we could just use the pepper that peppers pick
Right.
us from.
Definitely.
That's hilarious.
Shrek is gonna be sad that his thing got demoted.
Maybe
though.
he's gonna be happy because we're not gonna take his onions off to war.
There were too many layers, Shrek.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think it may be time for a bit.
A bit.
A bit. A bit. A bit.
A bit.
Let us, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, do a merry fuck kill.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's so much fun.
I was feeling inspired by Star Wars because I've been watching a lot of the Star Wars shows and consuming Star Wars media. So, these are Star Wars based, but the first one is Marry, Fuck, Kill, Jabba the Hutt, Watto, and Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, God. All right. Okay. This is rough.
I know.
I'm gonna, straight off the bat, I'm killing Jabba because he is the grossest for many reasons.
Many reasons.
So I'm definitely killing Jabba because he's physically gross and also I don't even know what he's saying. I don't speak that.
Yeah.
Watto, See, these options are nasty.
Yeah. I had to do a bad one.
I guess I would fuck him just so it would be like one time only and never again. And then I could marry Jar Jar because he's nice, except that he's secretly Sith.
I love that about him.
If I'm married to him, he's not gonna be evil to me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna be evil together. I could handle that.
Yeah, see, Marissa chose exactly what I was gonna say. You know, kill...
Thirded, actually.
It's obvious. I mean, like, Jabba is, like, literally, he enslaves people. Like, he's just the pits. I mean, not that Watto doesn't, too. He
does own
also.
slaves. The only thing, if I want to play devil's advocate, the only other option I could foresee is swapping Watto and Jabba, because I am more physically repulsed by Watto than Jabba, which I know is perhaps controversial. But I feel like, first of all, it would be over so quick with Jabba. That man is a lazy motherfucker. But two, he is a sort of mob boss, mafioso rich dude who, like, runs a town secretly, which can be kind of hot.
That is a little bit hot. I know the real reason you're saying this.
Why?
You're into tentacles.
What?
Jabba's tail.
You're not 100% wrong, but...
Right?
No, my what was... I didn't know Amy was into tentacles.
I was assuming. Because she picked Jabba. for fucking.
I mean, there's something about tentacles that's sexy. I don't know.
No! I didn't peg Amy for a tentacle porn kind of person, but
You're not a tentacle porn kind of person? I didn't know that there were people that weren't into it.
Everyone has taken a foray into tentacle porn.
Everyone's at least looked at it.
I actually don't think I have.
You're a liar.
It's time.
You want me to look at some tentacle porn right now?
No.
It doesn't have to be right now, but you've made it to the point in your life where you will check out tentacle porn.
Did you know tentacle porn only exists because the censorship laws in Japan didn't allow them to show, like, dicks, but they could show tentacles?
I love this. Just to address what you first brought up and not go on too much of a tangent,
Yeah.
you're not entirely wrong on the Jabba front, but also there's something a little bit sexy about a mob boss, mafioso. Maybe he can, like, slide you a few credits for your troubles. Maybe he can, like, take out your big enemy or whatever. You just gotta, like, give him a little sugar. Maybe he could sugar daddy for you one time.
He's more of a slime daddy.
He's a slime daddy.
At least you get to feel a bit sexy, because he'll give you one of those cool outfits, the Slave Leia outfits.
Those
That's
are
pretty
sexy.
outfits.
Yes.
That is a hot
So,
outfit.
at least you feel sexy while it's happening.
He provides that.
You feel sexy, you get a free outfit, and Marissa, instead of slime daddy or sugar daddy, it would be syrup daddy.
Syrup daddy.
He's a syrup daddy. I think I personally have reconsidered, while he can be creepy, so can Watto, but Watto has nothing to offer me except for the fact that he's probably got,
He'd
like,
get you a good deal on slaves, but I'm not into that.
not into that. He can, like, some machinery stuff that I don't really care. He just, like,
Yeah.
you look at him and think the smell of durian fruit.
I was literally about to say, you look at him and you can smell him. He's so filthy.
Like, you feel like the peppery disgusting of, like, too much BO in your nose just from looking at that man.
And doesn't he always have, like, flies buzzing around him? Or is that just my perception
He
of him?
does.
He does.
Yeah.
He has that, like, elephant seal face. I don't know. I'm not into him. And I think, you know what? I would rather kill him and just, like, try to milk Jabba for all he's worth for one time. And then marry Jar Jar Binks. And then when he becomes Darth Jar Jar, I will be happy.
I've just come to one realization, though, that solidifies my answer of killing Jabba.
What?
You could inherit some of his empire that way.
Oh.
You kill him and take over.
That's true.
This is exactly Bib Fortuna, but then Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do know that. I watched the first episode.
But I don't know that I want to run a whole empire. Like, that feels like a lot of work for me.
No, but I would, like, take some of that riches and then leave.
Fair. That is fair.
I just feel like Jar Jar is obviously the most humanoid of all of them, which makes him easier to marry.
Mhm.
And also, he's not mean to us that we know of.
He's very sweet when he tries to be.
He just can get a little annoying
Right.
in voice. But you know what? You can learn to love that. Kind of like when you fall in love with somebody and suddenly they're not ugly to you anymore.
Exactly.
Right, like, you can get used to the Meesa and Yusa, like, Meesa Horny, like, I'll get used to it.
Meesa Horny, I'll get used to it. What a quote from Karina right there.
That's great. I always kind of liked his ears.
Yeah, they're
Those,
cool.
like, big ears. Because they're, like, long hair. And I love long hair on a dude.
Yeah.
So, I could go for that.
Boys got big feet. You know what that means.
Probably, yeah.
I just feel like Watto probably has genitals that are more consistent with a human, so that it would be easier to sleep with him if I had to.
He's got a micro
micro
penis.
penis.
Right, so it wouldn't be such a big deal, like, okay, I don't even feel it really. There we go.
That's
Goodbye.
that's bad.
That's bad.
If I'm gonna be just doing it one time, I want to at least get something out of it, because otherwise I'm in my head thinking, look, I smell a durian fruit in front of me. He's apparently doing something. It's given him a lot of a fun time, but I'm bored as shit, and I'm just smelling this dude, and I just hate myself. How long has it been? Has it been 5 minutes? Has it been 3 hours? I couldn't tell ya.
He's not going to last very long.
No, but that 5 minutes will be the longest 5 minutes of your life.
And the stinkiest.
And it's just like he's gonna touch you to be like he, like I'm gonna be sexy. Maybe it's not even like a gross touch. He's just like touches your face to try to be cute or whatever, be romantic. And I would just shudder, being like, ew, where's that hand been? Disgusting. It smells like a toilet.
I really don't want him to kiss me. Like, please.
And you know he'd wanna. And he'd be the kind who wants, like, shove his tongue down your throat.
Yuck. Or like his like weird kind of trunk-like nose.
Yeah.
This is all awful. Can we move on to the next one? We've all said our piece.
Fair.
But I can talk about this forever.
I didn't
know.
realize I did set up a great conversation
There's
starter
like so
there.
much more I could say. But
Those
let's move
three
on.
are controversial.
Yeah.
I'll do sexy ones next. So, getting out of Ugly Town and going into Sexy Town, we have Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Han Solo.
But Ewan McGregor, right? Like.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who? Shrek?
Yeah, and Shrek.
And Shrek. Okay.
Yeah, Shrek Solo.
Shrek Solo.
I forgot all about that already. It's been 2 weeks.
I'll never forget.
I can't forget again now. It's happened, and it's like the rule, you have to do something X amount of times before it sticks, and now it's stuck.
Okay. So as much as I love Din Djarin, he doesn't want me to see his face. I feel like he won't even, like, actually do anything with you physically. Like, I feel like he won't even take off his armor. So, like, I don't even know how you would sleep with him.
I think he does seem very ace.
Yeah, he seems very ace. He seems like he wants to be by himself, except for his son, you know?
He was flirting with that one girl heavy, though, in the first season of that show.
He was flirting.
I guess you're right, but was he actually going to do anything with her? Probably not.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know that it was sexual.
He didn't live there long enough to really tell. But she
Yeah,
was trying to
right.
get into I want to kiss you mode, and his only hangup was the helmet. But if she maybe went to like, all right, I won't kiss you on your face, but I'll kiss you somewhere where you can take the armor off. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been like, all right, if we're going to do this and I can keep my helmet on, then it's fine.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, even though I love him, I would have to kill him. And then I would sleep with Han Solo, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he's very sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, sleep with Shrek. Also very sexy.
Shrek Solo.
Shrek Solo. I sleep with Shrek Solo. Very sexy. But I feel like Obi-Wan is marriage material.
Obi-Wan is everything I want in a person. He's sexy,
Yeah.
he's sassy.
But also responsible. Like, he'll take care of you.
Yes, he's responsible and thoughtful, respectful, but he's also a badass, and he's also gonna have that high quality banter with you.
And you know me, for some reason, even though I'm not attracted to many men, I'm attracted to people with beards.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason. Even though, like, the concept of that weirds me out.
And he has a lightsaber, which I would like to get freaky with. Thank you.
Okay, but does he have a Chewbacca that can join in to get freaky with? Because we all know that's happening.
Well, now I am questioning everything, because you're right. They
Han and
absolutely
Chewbacca are a package deal.
they have absolutely Eiffel Towered a girl. Like
Absolutely. Only it's like a really lopsided Eiffel Tower because of how tall Chewbacca is.
Oh, yeah. They just are that comfortable in their friendship, which makes me happy. Just
For sure.
that there's no hangups there. They're just open people. Like, they both have chaotic bisexual energy.
Yes. They've definitely done each other.
I mean, you get bored on that ship for so long, you gotta. They didn't know they were gonna meet a sexy princess of Alderaan.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is like a really hard one because I do like them all in different ways, so I don't want to kill any of them.
Yeah.
But if I'm being true to myself here, I just really don't want to say the same thing that Karita did.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yes, Han Solo is obviously sexy, and yes, Chewbacca joining in, that's real cool. But Han Solo is also a trash human being with really bad morals. So, I mean, out of the three of them, I would feel the least bad about killing him.
Fair.
That's fair.
Din Djarin is a sweet potato. He's daddy material.
He is daddy material, that's for sure.
Yeah. He is absolutely loyal as hell.
He will take care of your babies. He'll cook for you. You can see him blushing through his fucking helmet because he's a sweetie pie.
He's so good.
He wants to repopulate the Mandalorian race, so...
And every once in a while, when he feels like he has to, he'll take off his helmet.
I feel like you probably can with your family, right?
Maybe.
I don't think that's true.
You have to at some point shower.
I think you make sure no one's around. I don't think he's allowed to show his face, but he showed it to his baby.
He did.
did.
So I feel like he might show it to me.
And he showed it so that he could save his baby.
Exactly. I would marry
and
him.
I would love to have that baby as my son.
Yeah, so I'm gonna marry him. Obviously, adopt Baby Yoda as well.
That's true. You do get Baby Yoda with Din Djarin.
There's a package deal
I
here.
wish that I had done that now.
You can change your mind. I won't be mad about it.
And then I would fuck Obi-Wan because you can tell he's so good in bed.
But he also is not supposed to get married, so he would rather...
Well, that's what makes it so sexy, though.
You have not seen the Clone Wars, but he definitely, like, fucks around.
You can tell by his demeanor.
Yes, well, there's this one woman who comes out, is this baby his with this woman? Sure seems like it, but they're not going to tell you that.
That's funny.
Just this kid comes out in this one thing. He's like flirting with this girl hard. And then she's like, oh, my nephew is here. And he pops out. He's like the perfect mix of both of them in looks, personality, and voice. And you're like, sure, that's just your nephew. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah, I would fuck him, for sure.
Okay, Marissa's answers are better than mine, but I'm going to stick with mine just because that's what I had first decided.
I was going to pick yours, but then you did, so I had to think about it harder, and I realized that there was a better answer.
That's how I was with that first question, when I realized that actually you gotta kill Watto. I respect this, Marissa, because that was my method on question 1. I'm gonna ditto Karina just because I have so much love for Obi-Wan and would love to marry that man. And also, you bring up such great points about fucking Han Solo and Chewbacca, but mostly the Han Solo part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think fuck buddies with Han Solo, all of this, and I guess here's my thing with it. I fight Din Djarin, I kill him, I win the Darksaber. I have the Darksaber now.
Ooh. And you've got the Mandalorian armor.
And the Mandalorian armor. I'm a Mandalorian. I will take off my helmet. The Darksaber is the coolest fucking lightsaber in the entire Star Wars universe. I want that lightsaber. So,
It's cool.
All right. You want to move on then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had one more, but we can move on.
Is there one more?
Yeah, you got way too excited about that. You want another one?
I want another one.
Okay. All right. So the last one is baddies, but not in the sexy kind of baddie way. Snoke, Maul, and Palpatine.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Amy, you haven't answered first yet, right?
I have not.
Mm-hmm. You gotta do it.
So instantly kill Snoke. Guy is creepy, weird, and I hate him. And then it brings up like Maul and Palpatine. I love the idea of marrying Palpatine because he's very smart, he gets you all this power and whatever, but also he's one ugly motherfucker. And Maul is sexy, he is got this British suave accent, he's also powerful as shit. So it's tough because there are good cases to marry both of them. I think what I would choose, because in the Star Wars universe, it is a political game. I will choose to have a long-term fuck buddy situation with Maul, but I will marry Palpatine. See where that gets me.
That's very valid.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because he's so old, I feel like his dick no worky.
You would go into that not realizing that he can literally come back like 20 years later, somehow. So you would go into it with a, like, not sugar daddy mindset, but like, what is it, gold digger mindset. So you're like, oh, here's a Supreme Chancellor. He's very old. I'll marry him. And then after, he croaks, then maybe I'll get all his Supreme Chancellor money.
Mm-hmm.
So, Snoke's obviously dead because he is gross.
He's nasty.
He's so gross. Like, I can't even with how gross he is. So anyway, he's like not an option. Kill him right off the bat. But you know what? I'm gonna go with marrying Darth Maul because I'm not into old men. He's got a real interesting look. He is pretty sexy, to be honest.
Sexy.
He really is.
I like his lightsaber. And Palpatine is just like a no-go for me. I'll sleep with him, I guess.
I do want to let you know, just since you are sleeping with him, he would have that BDSM shock stuff going on. You could get a little kinky with his force lightning.
Well, what I'm gonna do here is I really want a devil's advocate and not kill Snoke, but like you gotta kill Snoke. He's too gross to even think about.
Here is an idea though.
What?
I bet Snoke has a big dick.
Yes, but it's wilted.
Not necessarily.
His face is wilted.
Yeah, but your face doesn't look like how your dick looks.
I would know I don't have a dick.
Your face doesn't look how your vagina looks.
Doesn't it?
If you get a scar on your face, or if your head gets bashed in so it is concave a little bit, That doesn't
but
mean...
he looks like he rotted, though.
Snoke looks like a prolapsed intestine.
He looks like he's wilting.
I'm just trying to help you with your devil's advocate. I think that he would have a big dick, and I think that it would work. And you know what? So what if it curves? Because if it curves up, that is chef's kiss dick curvage, let me tell you.
Okay, he does have big dick energy.
He has, his fashion sense isn't bad. That gold is fun.
It's better than the Emperor's. Okay. I'm gonna kill the Emperor because he's repulsive in every way.
Okay.
We all know this. That's not a secret. And also, I find him reprehensible morally. Mm-hmm. And I'm not willing to just sugar baby it.
Would you do it before Order 66? Would you try to do it before Order 66?
Yeah, I would kill him as Chancellor still. He just pissed me off. Even though everyone still thought he was nice, I would be like, nah, I don't like this guy's face.
I just wanted to clarify that this is just him entirely. All right, great.
This is like, he could be 28. I would still find him gross. We're killing him.
Can I just say, I can imagine him eating the way that Denethor ate those tomatoes.
Yuck, he definitely does.
That's how he eats.
Also, I feel like he's incontinent.
He definitely has a small, or like an average size to small dick.
Yeah.
That's why he wants power. He's overcompensating.
I feel like he always smells a little bit like he's used the bathroom in his pants.
Like old.
He definitely has.
Fucking nursing home smell.
Anyway, yeah, we're killing him. Snoke, who knows how old he is? He's so scarred up and weird looking. Maybe he's like very sprightly below all that weirdness. He does have big dick energy. Mm-hmm. I'll fuck him one time.
There you go.
Maybe he'll, reward me with something.
I've thought of another pro to fucking Snoke, okay? You know how he lifted up Rey like that? With his just the Force?
Yeah.
You could get in some cool positions with Snoke. It would be like nothing for him to like flip you upside down.
Yeah, I mean, you could do some like flying sex. That's an interesting concept.
That's a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll do that. He also can like kind of get into your head, and so he can probably just like force pleasure into your mind,
Ooh. That's the kind of force power I want. Force orgasm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll do that one time.
Okay.
And then obviously I'm going to marry Maul because he's hella attractive.
Mm.
But also because he doesn't have a penis anymore.
You're right. He doesn't have a penis, does he?
He doesn't have legs. He doesn't have a penis. I mean, maybe he got a robot penis. I don't know.
You'd think that he'd gotta, right? Get a robot penis?
You would think so, but you don't know for sure.
You could upgrade that to have, like, the best penis ever. Like the Rick and Morty episode where Jerry all of a sudden is like, wait a minute, these penises are pretty great.
Yeah, he could get whatever one you wanted him to as long as you have the money, and I feel like he can get the money.
Oh, he can get it.
I bet he could even, like, try out different ones.
He could get a tentacle one, probably.
There we go.
Just to get back to that for a second.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Marissa. Thanks.
But, like, also, he's got this, like, sexy-ass voice. Red's my favorite color, so having, like, a literally primary red, like, crimson face, that's kind of a turn-on.
Hell yeah.
I could live like that.
Well, guys, this is where our ads would go. If we had any, but we don't. Who wants another question?
Yeah.
Me?
Which of the Disney princesses actually knows what sex is?
Oh.
I want to say, starting off the bat.
Like before they got married?
Yes. So even though on paper she should know nothing about it, I think that Rapunzel knows everything about sex because she's stuck in a tower bored reading every book that she could get her goddamn hands on all day and doing other things. So she's probably out here like reading a medical textbook word by word for fun because that's all Mother Gothel brought home for her one day.
Yeah.
So she's like, this is the only new thing in this tower. I'm going to read it. And so she has never seen a man really. She doesn't know anything about anything, but she's over here like, the penis goes inside of the vagina and oh my gosh, this is what's gonna like you.
She also, like all the other girls that like are, like enslaved, kind of, like she's only in prison. She's not enslaved. She doesn't have to like do chores all day. She has all day to do anything she wants.
Yeah.
Which includes a great deal of self-exploration.
True. Very true.
So she at least has masturbation down to an art form.
Yes.
So she at least knows that much.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I agree with this, but I also, like, she's never even really seen a man. Can we talk about that? Like, she'd literally never seen a man
Yeah, but
before.
she's read books about them.
Yeah.
Probably some romance novels.
Sleeping Beauty has also never seen a man.
Sleeping Beauty has no idea what sex is. If she knows of sex, it's...
She has 3 lesbian mothers.
Yeah, she only knows of lesbian sex, if she knows about sex at all.
She's probably walked in on them having fun one time.
Probably. But that's all she knows of it. Once she sees Prince Philip, pulls down his pants and realizes, oh, this is different than what I have, she will be confused.
She's like, why is it an Audi?
Yeah, you got a real Audi over here.
Your clitoris is enormous.
I do think Belle would know what sex is as well.
Oh yeah, she reads so much, and she's French.
She knows, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's done it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel the same about Jasmine. Like, Jasmine, I don't think is a virgin.
Jasmine's definitely done it.
The fact that Jafar starts to get kind of creepy to her and she immediately snaps into like, I know exactly what to do right now to manipulate you.
The seduction.
Girl's been around the block.
Jasmine is experienced.
Which is really weird because she's, 15? But she looks 25?
It's high school rules, you know?
Yeah.
Some people get it on in high school.
She had plenty of suitors come in. You can't tell me none of them swayed her a little bit.
There had to have been some hot ones.
Exactly. She was like, I'm not marrying you, though. Like, they have sex, and he's like, okay, so our wedding's going to be, and she's like, I'm going to stop you right there.
No, Raja, come here. Please escort this man out with your teeth by his asshole.
Can I say Cinderella knows what sex is? Not because Lady Tremaine told her, but Lady Tremaine wants her daughters, Anastasia and Drizella, to marry Prince and stuff. She wants them to do anything it would take. So she has told them everything on how to please a man, all the stuff, like literally
Pleasure courses.
They are trained in sex, like they know everything about sex so that they can win a prince. And you can't tell me Cinderella
Out here dusting the outside of the door frame, peeking in through the crack in the door as they do like blowjobs
on bananas.
Yeah, Cinderella definitely overheard all of that stuff.
I also think that her stepsisters would come in and just like brag to her at any point, or maybe not even brag. They would just talk to her about this stuff without her asking or without her even wanting to talk to them at all. But she like is forced to clean, and they're just like,
they would also make fun of her though.
Oh yeah, they'd come in and be like, oh my god, so Brad from school made out with me under the bleachers, and then he finger banged me, and it was great. He would never finger bang you because you're atrocious.
Yeah, they laugh about how she's a virgin and stuff.
Yeah.
Snow White knows nothing. She is a baby.
Yeah, Snow White
She's a baby.
has no idea.
I don't know that Prince Florian does either.
No, they're both virgins. It's great.
He's a baby too. They don't know nothing.
You know that Snow White is completely blind to the ways of sex and is so virginal and so naive because she willingly goes and lives with 7 men at once that she does not know.
She's a little baby. She's literally like 14. She should not be getting married.
You know that she's not done anything because she's so young that those dwarves didn't even try it on her.
No.
They were like, this is a child. We'll let her cook for us though because we don't know how to do that.
Oh, yeah. Tiana is another one who
she knows.
has had sex.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like just a normal person, and then she happens to get turned into a frog with a prince, and she's like, ugh, this is ruining my whole day.
She's definitely, yeah. She's just like a regular person. She's done it just like anyone else.
She's like 19, isn't she? Like, she's one of the older ones.
Something like that, yeah.
Mulan definitely knows. If she didn't know before she went to war, she definitely knows after.
She didn't seem as surprised as she should have been when she saw all those penises.
Right, exactly. Like her mom and her grandma especially, I bet. Like
her grandma has educated her.
Yes.
Exactly. Like
her mom
Mulan
was like,
knows what's up.
here's the talk when you become a woman, periods. And then her grandma pulls her into the other room afterwards, like, here's the talk. When you become a woman, you can bang a whole bunch of people and blah, blah, blah. Like, you.
Here's a list of my craziest rails.
Yes. Who else? Pocahontas definitely done it with Kocoum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Pocahontas knows what's up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's another one, knows what's up.
She also looks the oldest. I know, I have no idea how old she was supposed to be, but...
I think that she and Tiana might be up there as far as oldest goes.
Mm-hmm. Like in real life, Pocahontas wasn't the same age as she was in the movie.
No.
Right, I think she's supposed to be like 19 in the movie.
I think that Tiana is too, so...
Yeah. Merida definitely knows. She has 3 tiny little brothers. Not that they know anything. She's seen a naked boy before. Like a little baby, of course. But like she knows about anatomically.
Because you hear the way her dad boasts all those manly stories to those dudes loudly. They've definitely talked about their like sexcapades.
They definitely have. And then her mom also like was trying to prepare her for marriage so hard. She definitely told her like what happens after marriage.
And Merida is asexual and does not want that shit. She's like, I know everything about this and I think it's stupid.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, Ariel, of course.
She doesn't know anything.
She doesn't even know that penises exist.
She doesn't even know that vaginas exist.
She doesn't.
She definitely knows about mermaid reproduction because she has 6 older sisters. They know stuff. She's definitely heard about it.
We don't even know, like, what kind of fish she is. Is she kind of dolphin-like, where she's, like, kind of mammalian? Like, does she still get pregnant? Or are they more like fish? Because she has more like a fish-like tail. And they just lay eggs.
Right.
I feel like she's not mammalian enough because if she was, they would have to live way closer to the surface than they do.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
You're right.
I don't know where her gills are, but I think that she would have gills somewhere, and so thus be more fish-like?
Maybe they're, like, in her throat, like the inside.
Oh, interesting.
Because she inhales as if she were, you know what I mean?
You're right. Mm-hmm.
When she becomes human, she has no idea what's going on.
No.
I bet she's, like, real confused about, like, what's going on with her own body, let alone she doesn't know what a human...
Girls gotta learn 100 things so fast, and here's the thing, Scuttle does not know anything about it, being a bird. He's been, like, talking about walking, talking about dancing, so when she's singing her song, she's like, dancing, all of that, whatever. Then she gets into the bedroom with Prince Eric. She's like, oh my god, he's gonna kiss me. They kiss, they start doing more than kissing, and she's like, what? Scuttle didn't prepare me for this.
I feel like Scuttle's seen it happen, and he's like, oh, they do this little dance called tittlebonkin' in the bedroom. And then it's a really fun dance, and they take their clothes off.
It almost looks like they're wrestling.
Yeah.
And so then she's in here, she's like, what are you doing? And then Eric's trying to walk her through it because Eric is a hottie, and you know that he's
done it.
Was probably a womanizer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Before he settled down. And so he's out here just like, hey, we're going to do this now. You've never done that before. And she's like, what is this? He's like, we're going to have sex. And she's like, but I thought this was tittlebonkin'.
Tittlebonkin'. Like, she starts trying to wrestle him. He's just trying to, like, wait, just lay down. And she's like, I'm going to pin you into the bed.
Yeah, he's like, wow, you like it rough, huh? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're supposed to be wrestling right now.
Kita has had sex all the time.
Oh my god.
Kita's hundreds of years old. Kita knows what's
Literally.
Kita is...
She probably has kids.
Probably.
Yeah, Kita definitely knows. Kita definitely in that movie has sex with Milo at some point.
Absolutely.
They do.
And it was his first time, and she blew his world. Why?
Honestly, I don't know if it would be his first time, but she did blow his world for sure.
It was at least his first good time. That's for
his
sure.
first good time, yes.
That's for sure.
Ilami is also a baby.
She is a baby.
But she also kind of understands the horrors of the world, so I feel like
she's a feisty baby.
Knows about sex, but obviously has never done anything because she's a child.
She, like, had the talk already, but that's about it.
Yes.
Moana, I think, is in the same boat where she, like, has had the talk. She knows what's up. She is way more interested.
Her grandma told her for sure.
She's way more interested in getting into the water. She's like, I do not care about that. I just want to swim.
Literally. She's like, I'm sexually attracted to the sea.
Yeah.
She's not a princess, but Esmeralda is another one.
Is she ever not doing it?
Meg also.
Fair. Oh, Meg as well, yeah. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are like Kita level, like blowing your mind.
Yeah.
Now,
every time.
Here's this. This is an interesting thought. You know how there's like several Disney princesses who probably hadn't even seen a man before?
Mm-hmm.
Tarzan had never seen a woman before.
Fair.
But Jane definitely knew what sex was because she's smart.
No, but he's seen gorilla sex.
And gorilla sex can't be much different.
No.
But he'd never seen a human woman.
He has seen a lot of animal sex for sure, and most animals don't do it for pleasure. So when a woman comes into his life that wants to do it for pleasure, she's gonna have to like really teach him like where the clitoris is, because I think he's just gonna be like, doggy style, boom, boom, boom. This is what I've always seen.
Gorilla style.
Gorilla style.
Gorilla style.
So Anna and Elsa they've never been with a dude because they never really had the opportunity to have any men come into the castle.
But they would know, I think.
Their parents seemed like the kind of people that educated them on everything. So
Yeah.
No, see, I think Elsa knows. I think Anna doesn't know, and Elsa never told her.
I think Anna knows.
I think Anna knows, but she thinks it's like really romantic.
Yeah, it's romanticized in her head. She was all too willing to drop Trow for Hans on a whim. Like, she's the kind of girl that, like, she might talk a big game about, like, oh, I could have one night stands, it would be fine, but would fall in love with anybody who, like, even so much as kisses her.
Yeah.
She, like, catches feelings way too quick. And, yeah.
And Elsa's a lesbian.
Elsa's absolutely a lesbian. Full stop. I don't know what else to say about that.
The end.
Yeah, but I think neither of them had been with anybody until maybe the second movie.
Yeah, well, probably by the second movie, Anna's definitely done it with Kristoff.
Oh, for
But
sure.
I don't think Elsa's done it.
Yeah, Elsa hasn't found another gay until later in the second movie.
Until later in that movie she does. Oh, there's also Giselle.
Giselle! I feel like she's done it.
I feel like she has, but it was probably only once, and then she realized, I shouldn't be doing this now because I'm waiting for my prince, and she never did it again.
Well, she did it, and then she was like, well, that wasn't true love's kiss.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Ina, did we miss any of them?
Not that I can think of. I mean, unless you want to get into the animal ones.
No, that's all right.
No,
Yeah.
but I will, just as an honorable mention, Nala's a freak in the sheets.
Nala's pretty much done it on film. Like,
She did do it on film.
pretty much.
The
And
thing
it was strangely humanoid, the sex position they were in.
Yeah, that was missionary.
Lion missionary.
Even lions do missionary.
I think with animals, they all instinctually know how to have sex.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Guess what?
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 It's time for What Two Are You? So, guys, we teased it a couple of episodes ago, and it's time now to finally do it. What two Tom Hanks characters are you?
Yes!
All right, guys, let's try to keep this short and sweet. Not go on too much of a tangent for these. We love them, we know them. But who is who?
Amy's Woody.
Woody?
Yes. So Amy's Woody, bossy,
Yeah.
likes to be the center of attention,
Yeah.
jealous easy,
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves him, though.
Mm-hmm.
good friend,
Star of his own show, Toss, Hollywood.
sometimes takes things too far.
Yeah.
There is probably a snake in her boot most of the time,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
People let her be in charge, too. Just like they let him be in charge.
Right.
You know, it's not just bossiness, it's also kind of like leadership.
Yeah, like on this podcast.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely. The only difference is I don't really wear hats.
What's this about hats? Amy's not wearing enough of them.
Is this true?
Okay, Marissa is Joe from Joe versus the Volcano.
I mean, I was gonna say it too, yeah.
That's depressingly accurate.
because he's pretty depressed.
Yep. It's his main characteristic.
I'm sorry. He kind of thinks he's a loner, but he actually loves hanging around people, and people are good for him. And I just feel like if Marissa thought she was dying, I don't think she would jump into a volcano. But she would definitely like stop everything and just go on trips and like say F it to everything, adventure and stuff, because like what's the point otherwise, you know?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I would be existential enough that if I knew that I was dying and someone told me, well, we need you to jump into a volcano, I'd be like, why not?
Why not? As long as I get to have a good time first.
Yeah, you're paying me and all that stuff first, sure.
Also, Marissa could snag pre-Botox Meg Ryan.
Yeah. 3 different versions of her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
3 characters, all Meg Ryan. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I think that Karina is Sam Baldwin from Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good dad. He's like a really solidly nice guy. And he's really loyal and devoted to his wife, which is what makes it so heart-wrenching when she passes away. And like the entire world falls in love with him because of how romantic he is about his late wife and being a dad. And I just feel like, I know Karina's not a wife nor a mother, but it all seems like the kind of mother/lover she'd be. Like, you know, just like top tier.
Well, thanks.
But like also, you know, he's kind of reserved and shy, and he takes things seriously most of the time.
Absolutely.
That all feels like Karina too.
I agree.
That feels like Ina. Round 2. Also for Ina, I think Alan Bauer from Splash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of guy that would find a mermaid, fall in love with her, and help her figure out human life without actually knowing that she's even a mermaid in the first place. But, you know, just like being like, this person, they need my help. I'm gonna help them the best I can, even though they're like super weird and like buying expensive things and stuff. I'm just gonna take care of them.
Very true.
And then they like fall in love, and he's really loyal to her even after he finds out like her big secret and everything, and he's still just like, he'll do whatever he can to save her. Plus he's also kind of serious but on the sillier side, and really sweet. So okay, I think that Amy is David S. Pumpkins.
David, any questions?
Any questions? Because he's crazy, he's wacky, he's confident. He acts like you should know what he's talking about just because he fucking knows what he's talking about, so should you. He wears crazy outfits. And he dances, he smacks butts.
He does smack butts.
He just smacks butts. That's Amy.
That's for me. I didn't know if you would consider him in this running, but
He's a character.
he is a character and so am I.
Yeah, he's just pure chaos, just like Amy.
Hey. All right. Okay. So I'm going to say Marissa's second one is Joe Fox from You've Got Mail.
So many Joes.
She is both Joes that I think he's ever played. Has he played any more Joes?
Maybe.
I don't know. But Marissa is Joe Fox. He is very ambitious and he has just a great business that he has worked really hard to bring up to the ground. And he's so good at what he does running this business that nobody can compete. And Marissa does not run a business, but there are lots of things that she does like drawing and singing and stuff that I don't think anybody can really compete with because she's just very good. And she's also very smart and he's smart enough to run a whole business. But he also is secretly a romantic. And while Marissa is not romantic, she's also not technically been in a relationship, so we can't really say if she might be like me, where I don't consider myself romantic, but then I get in a relationship and I'm like, oh wait, you could do romantic things, I would like that. So we might make a romantic out of her yet. But
Maybe.
the important thing is, one, he's a writer, she's a writer, very good writer, and all of that. And also the fact that they met sort of through a meet cute. They were just sort of pen pals that fell in love. Turns out they knew each other in real life, and it's a whole enemies to lovers trope, which is another trope that I feel like in real life Marissa will.
That feels like it could be accurate. Frenemy hard. It could happen.
I think that Marissa is the kind of person who isn't necessarily going to meet her person. She might meet some people, but she's not going to meet her person through an app. I think that when she does meet her person, it'll be just a meet cute situation. She's not expecting it. He or she is not expecting it on the other side. And they just kind of get in a relationship and boom. And that's definitely how Joe Fox was.
Yeah.
Ina, anything to add to why Marissa's Joe Fox?
No, I think you summed it up good.
Hey, okay. So, in conclusion, Amy is Woody from Toy Story and David S. Pumpkins from the famous SNL skit. Marissa is Joe from Joe versus the Volcano and Joe Fox from You've Got Mail. She's Joe squared. And Ina is Sam Baldwin in Sleepless in Seattle and Alan Bauer from Splash.
Woot woot. I love how both of your characters are essentially cartoons.
True.
Yeah, I realized that. I'm like, I got the sort of offshoot Tom Hanks, didn't I?
Larger than life.
It's okay that happened because Marissa is every Joe that Tom Hanks has ever played.
Yeah, I checked. There's no other Joes.
And I'm the boring, nice people.
Yes. All right, here's another question. If the curse in Beauty and the Beast happened 10 years before the movie started, how come Chip is 5?
Oh my gosh. Was he conceived when Mrs. Potts was a pot?
I mean,
how did that happen? How did she reproduce? How did she gestate? How did she birth a child?
Maybe her spout is her vagina and she sneezed him out. That gives a new meaning to face fucking.
Oh my god, no.
I am dying.
No. Who's the baby daddy?
Okay, True answer. As somebody who played Chip once, so he and I have a soul bond. You don't age when you are an enchanted inanimate object. So, like, Chip got 15 free years of childhood, okay? The lucky bitch.
Yeah, but he had to spend it as a cup.
Oh, gosh.
I think it's super weird, though, that, like, only the furniture was frozen in age because the Beast was, like, a kid when he got cursed, and then he turned, like, 20. But I guess he's not furniture, you know what I mean? Like, I guess furniture is ageless.
Yeah, he's the only one who's not made of furniture, yeah. I think that the trade-off is that if you drop a cup, it would fucking die. So even though it won't age, the fucking cup is not gonna heal if you drop it on the floor. But like the Beast gets scratched up, or if you drop the Beast on the floor, he's gonna heal. He'll be fine. Give him a fucking day to walk it off, and then he'll be okay. But you drop Chip on the floor, he's dead.
Couldn't you glue him back together?
I don't think that glues the life.
I feel like it would be like surgery.
Okay, but like, why, when he became a human again, did he not have like a big gash on his head?
It was his lost tooth.
Oh, was it? Okay.
He just got lucky that his tooth was gone.
Yeah, it could have been an eyeball or something.
He did not actually get dropped. Chip was just already imperfect, so they made him an imperfect cup. It was kind of rude of them. But he got 10 free years of childhood, and I don't care if I have to spend it as a cup. I would take 10 free years of childhood. Being an adult sucks ass. It sucks shit out here. Let me be a cup for 10 years as long as I get to play around, have no responsibilities. Thank you.
Here's another question I've always had. Who are all those other cup children? There's a ton of them, and they're not Mrs. Potts' kids.
She's incredibly biased towards Chip, but I think that everyone's kid in the castle just became a cup. Like, maybe Mrs. Potts just sort of ran the child care for all of the servants.
Yeah, maybe she was like the wet nurse.
A wet nurse? Oh, God.
I mean, that was a common role in a castle.
You're not wrong.
Or she was the nanny, I guess.
I'm just thinking that, like, if you have a bunch of live-in help in your house, you could probably pay for one person to watch anybody who has, like, kids as kids. And your kid, like, she's probably the nanny for everybody. It's like, you have to pay the most attention to the Beast over here, Adam. You have to pay the most attention to Adam because he's my kid, but, like, you're also going to be watching your kid and also everybody else's kids. So, like... You're just going to be watching the children, making sure that they're fine while I spend my money doing whatever I want because I'm rich and a king.
Okay, but like, why is there not like double furniture in the castle? Like, it seems like there's a normal amount of furniture. Did the castle like not have furniture before the people became furniture?
There are two things I see in my head, okay? Thing one, either their house was on the decline and they had to sell off all their furniture in order to make ends meet. If you notice, his parents are nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they did die or something.
Perhaps they took all the furniture to go sell it and died on the way and never came back, so it's just this rotten-ass kid with nothing in his house. This woman knocks on his door and is like, let me in. And he's like, there's nowhere for you to fucking sleep. And she's like, but you have a big house, so I'm calling bullshit. And he's like, I'm being pretty honest. And then she's like, no, fuck you, you're an asshole. She turns him into a beast. Then she walks in, she's like, oh shit, I guess we should furnish this place for you, huh? And then she
Imagine being a child and a creepy homeless person comes to your door and says, let me in.
Right.
Like, no, ma'am, get out.
He should have had a butler.
He should
Why
have.
did the butler not answer the door? Why was the prince answering the door?
It was a series of unfortunate events. To go back to my thing, I said there were two options. So either they sold off all the furniture, or the selling off of the furniture happened after she cursed the entire castle. And she was like, you guys are all gonna be fucking furniture because you're useless. And then all of a sudden there were like two couches or whatever. They're like, all right, let's figure out which one of these is inanimate and which one isn't. So we could take all the animate ones and leave them here and throw out all the ones that can't talk. And I feel like they made a mistake a few times because, like, that dining room table absolutely didn't talk once. So, like, imagine...
The curse is going to be lifted, and all of a sudden, some random family, their table's going to turn into, like, a man while they're eating on it. And you're like, what? Ah!
The bed that Belle sleeps in there's someone sleeping on a living person.
No, what I'm saying is that there were two beds next to each other, and because of how the bed is shaped, there was nowhere for the face to go. So, like, Jerry, who has been turned into a bed, and the bed that came with the house are sitting next to each other in a room, and they come over and they're like, we gotta figure out which is Jerry. Which one's Jerry? They're like, I think this one moved. Jerry, this one's you. Okay, we gotta throw out the other one. They throw out the other one. That was Jerry.
Yeah.
And the one that they kept, like, there was just a gust of wind that blew it the right way. And so she's sleeping on a bed.
Who ends up sleeping on Jerry, and what kind of nightmare was that?
No, exactly. Someone is going to wake up one day and their bed has turned into a man and now they're on top of a man.
This is gonna be a Thanos blip situation.
Literally
oh my God.
Or show up one day and just be there and they're a man and they're like, oh shit. Luckily, when they come back to life, they are clothed, so it's not that uncomfortable. But it's still uncomfortable if it happened to be bedtime for whoever owned this bed. That's Jerry.
It was bedtime. It was night. It was night when the curse got reversed.
That's true.
Oh, you're right. So
It
it
was
was
nighttime.
bedtime.
Someone just randomly, like, all of a sudden, they, like, fall onto the floor, except the floor is a person.
Wait a minute. I thought of the ultimate thing. Okay, so the curse is...
Toilet.
No, the curse is lifted, okay? And who is sleeping on Jerry when the curse is lifted? Maurice. He comes out into the street. There's a man in my house. I was sleeping on him. It was my bed, but now it's a man. And they're like, Maurice is batshit crazy, guys. I swear to God. It's crazy old Maurice again. He says that he was sleeping on a man. And they're like, so Maurice is gay? And they're like, yeah, of course he is. If you met Clayton, like...
Clayton and Maurice.
No, but no, wait. That happened before. And after Maurice wakes up on top of a man, he gets a taste for men, you know? He didn't realize he was gay until all of a sudden he was laying atop the rippling muscles of Jerry. He was like...
Jerry was ripped. He was a lumpy mattress, but a really sexy man.
He was like a really firm mattress.
Yes,
taut
very
muscles.
firm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have an alternative theory though. Like, what if they just literally fused with the nearest furniture?
Oh, God.
And then the ones that are inanimate, like, what if they died?
I didn't work for all of them. Ooh.
And you're sleeping on a dead body.
Do you wake up then on a dead person? Was it Belle waking up in the middle of the night like, oh shit, Jerry died?
I think it's like they unfused if the fusing situation was correct, right? So like all of a sudden there's just a dead guy next to your bed or like on top of it.
Ah, interesting idea. Also, though, if you unfuse, imagine like the battle scene where there's like a fucking wardrobe in the middle of the ballroom, essentially.
Yeah.
And they unfuse, and all of a sudden there's just like all these people and a goddamn mess around them of heavy furniture.
Everyone's like, get back to work, servant. There's a whole mess up in here.
You're telling me that somehow Lumiere, Mrs. Potts, and Cogsworth all coincidentally had to be closest to the things that were their names?
Well, maybe they took on those names after fusing and then just didn't change back.
Or maybe they did change back, because to be completely fair, we didn't really talk to them after that.
That's true.
They kind of changed back. We saw them all for a second. I think the only one whose name was said was like Babette saying, Lumiere. So maybe he got lucky, but like they didn't really go up and be like, Mrs. Potts, thank you for everything you've done. They just kind of saw her and you're like, oh yeah, that was Mrs. Potts, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I do want to circle back to one important thing.
Uh-huh.
You know that meme where it's like the two buttons and it's like, press this button to get this, but you this, you know? If there was a button that said, you get 10 free years of being a child, but you have to turn into a porcelain cup during those 10 years, I'm pressing that button. Am I alone?
Yes!
Why?
Well, how would I even know that I would be animate as a cup?
It's part of it. I didn't say the word animate, but you become an animate cup to enjoy those 10 years of free childhood in.
I would need one more condition involved.
Okay.
And that being, I wouldn't be the only animate furniture.
Fair.
Because, like, imagine being the only chip in just, like, a regular house. That'd be terrible.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say, like, in a childhood mindset, you can adapt to anything. Like, Chip was probably the only one who didn't give a fuck about his new situation. He was probably like, this is chill as hell. I could jump around now. I love bouncing. This is fun for me. Like,
He's probably like, magic!
yeah. Magic is real. I'm a cup now. How cool.
I mean, I don't know what I would have done if, I was a normal child and my sister was a fucking cup.
You would have drunk out of us, and you would have laughed.
Well, I do agree that it would have to be like you and this entire castle you live within are going to all.
Yeah.
But you get to be a child while it happens, so at least you get 10 free years of childhood. I'm pressing the button.
Yeah, I guess I would too. The world already is so weird.
I mean, I would press the button because everybody else was doing it.
Is being an adult fun now for you? Are you enjoying it?
No.
No. So wouldn't you rather have 10 free years of childhood?
I guess.
Literally, adult life is already so weird.
This
we
might
might
as
as
well
well
happen.
turn into cups and be kids again.
And be kids again for just 10 free years. I don't have to pay rent if I'm a fucking cup. You put me in your goddamn cupboard. I'm chill.
Yeah.
Cups live in your house rent free. You ever think about that? Cups sitting there could be paying rent. They're not. Fuck them, huh?
What if you become one of the Christmas ornaments and they just shove you in a box most of the time?
That happened, remember?
Yeah, it did.
Belle's Enchanted Christmas.
I know.
And then there's people like the pipe organ who,
Oh my god,
Oh
Forte.
god, Forte's the scariest thing that ever existed in my childhood.
do you blame him? His villain origin story is essentially how I was turned into an organ that's chained to the fucking wall, and I'm too heavy, so
No,
I can't
Amy.
really leave.
You don't remember, do you?
I guess not.
I don't remember.
His whole villain plot was he said, I don't want to ever be human again. I love being an organ. Don't you dare break the curse. That was his plot.
That was his plot?
Yes.
It's been a long ass time. I love that.
Oh,
actually. That's
I'm
hilarious.
happy for him. I did not remember that, but it still could be his villain origin story, where he's sitting here like, I'm alone in this room chained to the wall. This sucks. And then eventually he's like, you know what? I like my own company. And then suddenly he's like, if you ever put me back in the world with those absolute jackasses that we know as humans, I will end you all. Like, I can't blame him for hating people and hating when he was a
people
person. People suck.
There you go.
So, on that note, that lovely note of people suck, let's all be enchanted cups. That's all the icebreaking we could do today. If we break any more ice, I might break my cup and then never come back. So, if you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag #UbFest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. I did just get word that a friend of mine who listened to the podcast for the first time asked his friends one of our questions at a party when there was an awkward lull. And yes, he was telling me I was so excited that I'd listened to your podcast because everyone was very impressed with my question. And I was like, what question was he? He was like, I don't remember. I was like, thank you. But anyway,
Great.
Still,
But
our
they loved
podcast is providing a service. He loves the podcast. He says it's hilarious.
Our whole podcast is to give you better icebreakers
Exactly.
in your lives.
So guys, share our podcast with everyone you know and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends. That's it for me. I've been Amy Fess, a hamburger.
Oh yeah, I've been Marissa Fess, not food.
And I've been eating a Fess, a snack.
And I think that episode was fckwithable.
Yeah.
Ah.